In a move sparking global debate and political backlash, 49 white South Africans arrived Monday at Dulles International Airport as refugees under a revived and exclusive U.S. admissions policy directed by President Donald Trump. This comes as the administration continues to freeze refugee access for all other global groups. The arrivals, mostly Afrikaners, descendants of Dutch colonists, were greeted with red, white, and blue balloons and miniature American flags. Their entry marks the first resettlement of South African nationals under the Trump administration's recent reinterpretation of refugee policy. Trump cited racially motivated violence and land seizure threats in South Africa as justification, despite no documented land confiscations to date. White farmers are being slaughtered, President Trump asserted during a press conference, framing the South African land reform legislation as the catalyst for what he called a genocide. South African officials strongly rejected these claims, branding them politically motivated disinformation. There is no persecution of white South Africans. No credible evidence exists, stated Ronald Lamola, South Africa's Minister of International Relations, from Pretoria. This is an attack on our constitutional democracy. Yet a memo from the U.S. State Department claims this first cohort of refugees has witnessed or experienced extreme racial violence, including assaults and killings dating back up to 25 years. The memo says these individuals distrust local law enforcement, citing a lack of investigation into crimes against them. Critics have labeled the selective refugee acceptance as racially biased. This is not refugee policy rooted in humanitarian principle, it's a political agenda, said Sean Van Diver, head of #AfghanEvac, which supports Afghan allies left stranded after serving the U.S. military. It undermines America's global credibility. Maria Corina Vazquez Vegas, a Venezuelan-American immigration advocate, echoed the outrage. This is a slap in the face to every immigrant waiting in line. The system has been gutted to serve a narrow, racial narrative. Meanwhile, 11 additional South African applicants were denied boarding due to documentation issues, further highlighting the chaotic nature of the rollout. The admitted refugees will now be resettled across 10 U.S. states by various local organizations. The political and humanitarian reverberations of this unprecedented move are likely to intensify as the administration continues to reshape America's global refugee identity, seemingly favoring racial and ideological criteria over universally recognized definitions of persecution.